Protests are scheduled to take place across Thailand Sunday on the 4th anniversary of a military coup that ousted Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra. The protests are being organized by the so-called red shirts who've called for new elections and for the Thai parliament to be dissolved. I'm joined here in Bonn, Germany, by a prominent dissident from Bangkok. His name is Sulak Sivaraksa. He won the Right Livelihood Award in 1995 for his vision, his activism and spiritual commitment in the quest for a development process in Thailand that's rooted in democracy, justice, and cultural integrity. He's been imprisoned a number of times. He's returning to Thailand. We welcome you to Democracy Now!
Thank you.
Before we talk about what is happening there, I'd like you, as a Buddhist, to explain the term, the Right Livelihood Awards.
In Buddhism, the basic thing the Buddha taught is known as the Noble Eightfold Path, starting with right view.
The Eightfold Path?
Eightfold Path. Right view, right thought, and then of course right livelihood, ending up with right meditation, right concentration.
And what does right livelihood mean?
It means that whatever you do for your living must not be harmful to yourself and others.
So let's talk about what's happening in your country. I keep referring to Thailand, but you don't refer to it as Thailand.
Official name is Thailand, but this was imposed on us when a dictator was running the country. And he uprooted us. He made us wear Western dress. He wanted us to follow the West blindly. And at that time, the West mean Germany under Hitler, Nazism. And he claimed that the country belonged to the Thai, which is not true. The Thais are the majority people in the country, but we also have the Malay, we have also many other ethnic groups. The country, until then, 1939, it was called Siam, which means the land of the brown people, the golden land, and I think Siam is more neutral term. That's why I don't use the word Thailand. Now I obey dictator.
So explain what happened in World War II. So the dictator allied your country with the Nazis.
Germany, Italy under fascism, Japan under military dictatorship. Luckily, we had a region who represented the king, who organized a free Thai movement collaborating with the allies. That's why after the war, we were not punished. Unlike Italy, Germany, and Japan, we even joined the United Nations before Sweden.
And so what has happened to your country most recently? Explain this anniversary that's coming up on Sunday.
Well, this also linked to the region who organized the Free Thai movement. He also introduced democracy to Siam in 1932. Then, unfortunately, 64 years ago, the king, the last king, Rama VIII, was found dead in the royal bedchamber, and people accused him of regicide. They chucked him out of the country.
They accused him of killing his brother?
That's right, of killing the present king's brother. Mr. Pridi was then Prime Minister. He was a wonderful man. He was a national leader. He was the one who cared for the people. So, since then, we have so many coup d'etats. And every coup d'etat, of course, it helped the military. It never helped the people. And the last coup 4 years ago, I think people regarded that as the last straw. That's why they are demanding democracy without military.
Explain who the so-called red shirts are.
The red shirts, by and large, are the common people, the poor, who feel that they have been deprived. So they united together to demand their dignity and their rights. But unfortunately, they also been linked with the former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, who was a crook, who was a dictator in the guise of democracy. That is the unfortunate thing. But of course, many people did not want to link with Thaksin, but Thaksin used the opportunity. He claimed that he can return home with the mass movement. That's rather unfortunate.
Do the red shirts practice nonviolence?
Some of them do, but some don't. But even so, I feel that the military and the government had no right to kill these people, which they did last April and May. Unfortunately, over 90 people died.
How?
In the street of Bangkok, because they were demonstrating in Bangkok. And they did use some violence, but their violence was very harmless because they didn't have great big guns. But the government had guns and all kind of things, and the government claimed that these people were terrorists, which is an unfortunate term to use. And I don't know what will happen on the 19th.
You mean this Sunday?
That's right.
On the anniversary?
That's right.
What does it mean, Sulak, to train in nonviolence as you have?
To train in nonviolence is part of livelihood. It means you must learn not to hate others. And deep down, you must also learn not to hate yourself. A lot of people hate themselves, you know. In order to get money, in order to be successful, they even exploit themselves. So the Buddhist approach is that you must learn to know yourself, to learn that the self really doesn't even exist. It's a term, could be useful, could be harmful. We are interrelated. Without you could not be me. We are interrelated. We are not opposing. We are not competing. That's the Buddhist concept. The same. Without the trees, we cannot live. Without the earth, we cannot live. If you use that Buddhist approach, you don't have to become Buddhist.